Can I help you, miss? Yes, I'm wondering if you could look up my file. There seem to be some issues after my car accident and the coma I was in for all those weeks. And I'm just wondering if you could check to see if what's happening now is what the universe intended with that experience. I'd really appreciate it. My name is Caitlin Grace. Why, certainly. Give me just a minute here and I'll look in our files for you. I'm a tad bit confused. You know, we do keep photos in our files because we do look after a large number of souls, as you can probably guess. And you don't look anything like the photo in the file, and it has not been that long since we took this photo after the accident. I don't mean to sound stupid, but I'm going to need you to show me some ID. Somehow, we may have our files a little bit messed up. Oh, the hair. Yeah, well, I was so nervous about coming in here and asking something that maybe the universe could consider me questioning them. And I pulled this oracle card and it said that if you're going into a new experience or something that's really different and you're feeling uncomfortable, that you can just fake it till you make it. And then pretty soon you might find that you actually are comfortable in this persona that you've been trying out. And, well, you know, in high school, it seemed like the girls that were most confident and just knew that they were all that had the big hair. So I got this because I know it's kind of silly, but I thought it might give me a little more confidence so I wouldn't be uncomfortable. I thought the vibe of the wig was self-assured and confident and, you know, everything that I'm not. I don't know, it was kind of dumb, wasn't it? Dear, I'm so sorry that you've been feeling apprehensive. I can assure you that the universe is loving and supportive, and there's nothing to fear. Ha! That's so funny. I thought playing the role of a confident person would actually facilitate the process a little better, and instead I just kind of messed up your process, didn't I? I'm sorry about that. No worries. Now, please, tell me about your concern. Well, here's the issue. Ever since I woke up from my coma, there have been these really odd things happening. And I'm just wondering, was I supposed to go insane? Because I think I might literally be going crazy, and I'm wondering if I should be calling in the guys in the white coats. Do tell. So when I'm in the bathroom and I have the fan on, I hear songs in my head. And that never happened to me before. I mean, you know, like when you're in the car and you hear a song on the radio, you might find yourself singing that afterwards. But these are like totally not on the radio songs. Like maybe A, B, C, D, E, F, G, you know, just weird stuff. And I'll start humming something and I'll think, where did that come from? And then I'll realize it's in my head. And then there have been a few times I can swear I'm having a conversation with my dog. Not like, good dog, sit, stay. No, like he's telling me he does not like the food I got him. And then I feel bad because I have yelled at him for not eating. And I'm like, why are you so picky? And then it turns out he just doesn't like it. He doesn't want to eat it. He's been trying to be polite, but he doesn't want the food. And this last time after I yelled at him, I got this picture in my head of my dog with a thought bubble over his head. And the thought bubble said, bitch. Oh, my. Oh. And lately, anytime I'm around my friends, I can feel what they're feeling. Like they might be laughing and acting like they're having a really good time, but they're sad, and then I feel sad. Or, oh no, I'm just really having a fun time, but I can tell they're grumpy, and then I go home and I feel awful. And I don't know why I'm feeling what they're feeling all of a sudden, but it's not fun. Oh, and speaking of not fun, so last week, my boyfriend says, oh, you know what? I'm not going to be home for, quite a few hours after work. I'm going to go out with my dad and we're going to go bowling. And I don't know, something just didn't seem, I don't want to call him a liar, but it just didn't seem right. It didn't seem like he was telling me the truth. And I don't know why I thought that. I just knew he wasn't telling me the truth. You could tell me, I could take it. Am I just certifiably nuts? Because all of this is so weird. You poor thing. I'm so sorry you've been torturing yourself this way. Nothing went wrong. Everything is going according to plan. You see, the car accident and the coma were meant to give a goose, I guess you could say, to your spiritual awakening. And often people that have had a spiritual awakening then discover that they have psychic abilities. That's what this is? Psychic abilities? Oh no. My parents are going to be drummed out of the church and they have a daughter that's psychic. This isn't good. If their friends at church find out, they're going to be accused of parenting the spawn of the devil, something evil. First of all, psychic gifts come from the divine, God, source, all that is. And there is absolutely nothing evil about people that possess them. Eventually, you'll be able to find words that will reassure your parents. But I don't want to soft soap things. Often, parents, family, friends have some difficulty adjusting to this new person in front of them after a spiritual awakening. There may be some uncomfortable moments, but your parents love you. They will come around eventually. And if not, you may have some hard decisions to make. But let's not put that worry out into the universe. Let's just be optimistic. Okay, but now I'm more nervous than I was when I first showed up at the desk. Don't be. Everything that you have described can be very easily explained. For instance, hearing songs with the bathroom fan on. This gift is called clairaudience, clear hearing. And what's happening is that the white noise of the fan is kind of like distracting your physical ears so that you can hear with your psychic ears. And when you do hear songs, might I suggest that you pay attention to the lyrics or look them up, because often people do receive messages that way. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool, actually. What else? Having a conversation with your dog is telepathy. And you might be thinking, but I don't speak dog. It doesn't matter, because your words, your thoughts go out in vibration to whoever is going to be receiving that. And they will translate that vibration basically in their language. So you don't have to speak the same language as someone else to be able to communicate with them telepathically. Kind of amazing, isn't it? And when you saw your dog in your mind with the thought bubble over his head, that's what we would call a clairvoyant vision. Really? I've heard of clairvoyance before, but I thought that was just those hokey, fake people that were just pretending. Oh, goodness, no. Those people are luckily the minority. There are so many more people, just like you, that have these clairvoyant and other clair abilities that are just plain old regular people. I didn't think it was real people like me. You might actually be surprised at who has abilities. A lot of people won't mention them to others because they have been shamed in the past. They just keep their gifts to themselves. And you would never be the wiser. And might I add, although I'm not confirming or denying this, that gifts are often passed down from generation to generation. So perhaps one of your parents has some abilities that they have never mentioned to you. Again, just putting it out there. That would be up to you to find out eventually if you're curious. Now, feeling what your friends are feeling after you spend some time with them, that's a tricky one. That is one form of what is called clairsentience, clear feeling. You are feeling their feelings. Now, you may be more familiar with the term empath. And it is tricky, as I say, because it can be considered both a blessing and a curse. You don't want to be going home after spending time with your friends feeling like crap. And so there are ways you can learn to protect against picking up so much of that. Now, the knowing, when you were speaking with your boyfriend and knew that perhaps he wasn't telling the truth, that is known as claircognizance, clear knowing. And obviously it can bring some uncomfortable moments when you know that somebody is lying. But it is a wonderful gift to have because there will be times you just know something and you have no idea how you know it, but you know it. All of these psychic abilities are truly gifts, not as in that person is gifted, but as in here is a present from the universe, a gift. I'm 100% confident that there will be a day when you feel so blessed to have this connection with the divine that fuels these gifts, I guess you could say. You will never feel alone. You will always feel supported. Oh, but there's one thing I do need to tell you. The angels, your spirit team, they can't help you unless you give them permission to. So if that's something you're interested in, just give them a heads up that everything's cool, okay? Are you feeling better now? I sure hope so. You seemed so anxious when you first walked up to my desk. More than I can tell you. I wish I could get on Google and give you a 5-star review. Thank you. Oh, good. I'm so happy to have had this chance to ease your mind.